Good afternoon. Welcome to the Prop Market. I am your host, the Prop King, and today we will be going over season NFL totals via Prize Picks. Okay, this is a different market that I want to get into. The thing about season totals is, yes, you may have to wait 5 or 6 months to get your money, but it can be extremely profitable if you pick the right guys, and it can come in the clutch when you kind of need the money in a few months. You maybe even forgot about them. But we have some good entry points, some good picks today. I'm just going to recap real quickly what I've been doing this summer. This summer, I started these videos in July. I did the summer league, and we hit on 66% of our picks, which you only need 54% to be profitable. So anybody who followed me this summer in my summer league picks, they made money. Everything is time stamped. Everything is available on all the videos. The picks were done before the videos. No funny business. Straight up, straight down. If you follow me this summer, you were a winner. So subscribe to my videos. I'll be pushing out more videos, and I will be also giving you guys different type of genres that we're going over. But like I said, today we're going to do NFL prop picks for the season. So without further ado, let me go ahead and get started. And here is our first pick, which would be Dak Prescott of the Dallas Cowboys. Last year, he only passed for 2,860 yards, but that was only in 12 games. And the last two seasons where he played a full season, he finished with 4,069 yards and 4,449 yards. So, when he's played a full season, he's easily cleared these numbers that we have. Now, injuries is something that he has dealt with. But if you look back at his years, he's injured, he's healthy. He's injured, he's healthy. He was injured this year. He should be healthy. If he plays at least 15 games, he's easily clearing this. And I'm projecting him at 4,247, which is going to be clearly over what Prize Picks has him at. So I'm picking his over 4,125.5 passing yards for Dak Prescott. Our next pick is Justin Fields, another guy that had a rough 2022. He only threw for 2,242 yards, but the Chicago Bears, they showed a lot of trust in him. They believe in him. He only threw the ball 318 times, which is extremely low. They ran it on second down, first down, third down, fourth down, no matter what down. You can mix them all up. They ran the football. I feel like this year they're going to open it up more, allow him to do more, and kind of show what he can do. I predict that he's going to get about 3,094 yards, which is a little bit over his number, but I think he clears this number. I feel like he shows a huge improvement. I'm a big believer in Justin Fields. With all that being said, I'm betting his over 2,930 yards, which is a low number. I think he's going to go over that easily. Next guy we have is C.J. Stroud. Now, C.J. Stroud in college, that's why it's an asterisk. He threw 3,688 yards in college for Ohio State last year. One year, he almost threw for 4,000. I understand that college and NFL is different, and I don't think he's going to have a great season. Okay, but he does play indoors. And you're going to see I like trends. Trendy is he plays in indoors. He doesn't have to deal with bad weather. Half of his games will be indoors. I don't see him having any bad weather games except the New York Jets. And I just feel like he'll get a lot of empty stats, meaning they will be getting blown out and they will be playing against four deep coverage, and he'll just be picking apart and getting a lot of yards at the end of the games, just to kind of boost his stats. And I feel like he'll backdoor this number. I have him projected at 3,500. And I think he will clear the 3,399 yards just on like trash yards at the end of games when they're getting blown out or they're losing by so bad no one's really caring, or he's coming back from a huge deficit. So I think he'll be throwing the ball a lot. I like his arm. I'm liking his over. Next, we have Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson's coming off a big payday. Last year, he only threw for 2,242 yards, but similar to Dak Prescott. He was injured. With that being said, I feel like this is going to be a back. He's going to come back this year stronger than ever. Like I said, he'll have a lot of attempts. I think he will throw the ball a lot more to keep himself safe. He's a franchise quarterback now, so you will see his passing yards go up quite a bit. I feel like his receiving core is a lot better than it has ever been for him. And I think the Ravens going to want to allow him to want to throw the ball. I think his usage rate, which is big for me, usage rate, anytime I pick any prop picks are huge. And I feel like his usage rate is going to be high. Like I said, along with him getting paid, I feel like there's a huge improvement with him. I'm going to go ahead and go with his over 3,550.5 passing yards. I feel like he'll easily clear that this year. Next, a guy named Jordan Love. Jordan Love is coming in, doesn't have a lot of previous year stats, but he's coming into a year where he has to prove himself. He spent 2 years basically on the bench learning from Aaron Rodgers. And I feel like this year the Green Bay Packers are going to try to prove themselves right with Jordan Love. He is going to get a lot of opportunities to throw the football. I feel like he will be getting the attempts that he needs. Think about his receivers. I like Watson. I love Aaron Jones out the backfield as a guy who can get a lot of yards for you. Same thing with Tony Pollard. And so I think he's an explosive pass catcher. He can throw a couple screen passes and get maybe 60 yards off of that. Aaron Rodgers threw the ball 542 times last year. If Jordan Love gets anywhere near that, he's going to easily pass this number. I got him projected at 3,520. But we're going to go ahead and bet his over because they only have it at 3,325 passing yards. I think he clears this very easily. Next, going to Bryce Young. He's another rookie quarterback, but his number, just like the stock market, his number has plummeted. It started off about 3,800, and his number has just continued to go down, which is good. It's just like a stock. When you get it, you buy low. And his stock has went down. Last year in college, he threw 3,328 yards, but he only played 12 games. That's the college season. And I feel like, if he plays, I feel like he'll play the whole season. So I'm giving him about 16. I'm betting on him being healthy. And I project him to get about 3,440 yards. He doesn't have a lot of bad weather games. I feel like he will, similar to Stroud, will throw a lot of interceptions, will struggle. So he'll be behind in games. So he'll get a lot of empty stats as well. I think he'll just be throwing the ball as he's down on the scoreboard and getting a lot of opportunities. They're gonna rock with him. He's a first round pick, number 1 overall. They're gonna rock with him. He's gonna get the opportunity and the usage rate. And for all that being said, I got him over 3,399.5 passing yards. Next is another pick I love on this book. I love Deshaun Watson. I love his over. Last year, 1,102 yards. Obviously he didn't play most of the season due to suspension, but he has easily cleared this number they have on Prize Picks every year he's been in the NFL by at least 400 or 500 yards. So even with a serious regression, he's still way over. This number is way too low. I don't think people are really accounting for the skill that he still has. I have him projected at 4,180, and his number is way lower than that. It's at 3,625. By far my favorite pick on the board. I know he has some good running backs, but I see them also catching the ball out the backfield. I see him spraying that ball around the field. He has a lot to prove. I feel like this is an easy over. Now to Derek Carr, a lot of people will disagree with me on this pick, but last year Derek Carr threw for 3,522 yards. He projected passing. I got him projected at 3,600, which is not bad. But I do feel like they'll run the ball a lot. For the Saints, I feel like they have good running backs. I also feel like there's an opportunity he may get injured. And I feel like they will be winning a lot of games. I feel like they'll be up on the scoreboard a lot, which will have them kind of grounding the ball out. A guy like Williams can really just pound the ball down the field. And don't forget, he's not a full-time player all the time. They'd also bring in different packages where they take the quarterback off the field or not in the quarterback position. And with all that being said, depending on how many times they do that, it's really hard to bet for him. And with all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and bet under 3,725 passing yards for Derek Carr. Joe Burrow is a guy I love a lot. And I think he's one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. But his passing yards, it's just too high for me. You got to have rules. My rule is 4,000, 500 is about where I, can go, and his is about that. Last year he had a great season. He threw for 4,475 yards. This year I have him also having a great season, 4,410 yards, but I don't see him clearing his number. I feel like his number is entirely too high. I think there's a lot of different things that could happen. He'll have a couple bad weather games. He'll also be up on the scoreboard a lot where they'll just try to ground it out. Remember, this team does want to run the football. If they can, they will run it. And Joe can run it himself. So with that being said, I don't extremely love everything about this pick, but I do love the number. It's just way too high for me. And with that being said, I'm going to go under his 4,500 yards, passing yards. Last pick, I have Desmond Ridder. This is a guy a lot of people aren't paying attention to. Man, this is a pick we talk about in the stock market. The number is just way too low. It's worth taking an opportunity, a chance. He has really good receivers like Pitts and Drake London, and he has a great running back coming out the backfield, Bijan Robinson, who's super electric. He can turn a 5-yard pass into 80 yards in just a second. And man, there you go. He will have an opportunity to play well this season. I feel like he feels the pressure. I feel like the Atlanta Falcons are going to throw him to the fire. They want to see what they have, and I believe that he will respond. This number is based on him playing, 15, 16, 17 games. So I think if he plays those amount of games, he starts the whole season, he doesn't get replaced by Tyler Heinicke, then I feel like he will easily clear this. If he does get replaced, hopefully, we'll get our money back because he won't play enough games. But I'm betting on him playing the whole season, this number being super low. I love this spot here. I have him over 2,575 passing yards. For a quick recap, we have Prescott over 4,125 yards, Fields over 2,930 yards, C.J. Stroud over 3,399 yards, Lamar Jackson over 3,550 yards, Love over 3,325, Young over 3,399, Watson 3,625. Like I said, I love that pick. Carr, we're going under 3,725. Burrow under 4,500. And Ridder, we're going over his 2,575. As I said earlier in the video, please subscribe, please like, please view. I'm trying to get this content out to as many people as possible, so we can win some more money as a group. Last year during the summer league, I wasn't able to get the content out to as many people as I would like, unfortunately, but the people that watched and tailed me, they definitely won. Let's have a bull market this year, and have a great day.